And we're back with another episode of Let the Freak Speak. I'm Nicholas Valenzuela.
I'm Nathaniel Lopez.
And today we're winging it harder than ever, taking the counterculture to new lows. Morons of absurdity, masters of obscurity, and America's least favorite podcast.
You know it.
Let the Freak Speak.
We're back, baby.
How you been?
Trying to stay on schedule, but failing at that. I know that we haven't been, I haven't been dropping our episodes properly. But what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't been busy too much. I get home and I get tired and I'm drunk sometimes from the bar. And,
sounds like it.
And I don't, sounds like I'm drunk right now.
Well, we watched a comedy show together.
Yeah. We spent the weekend. We went and watched Stav.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
That was nice. Shout out to Stav, man.
Yeah, good show. Good opener.
I found him out just by other podcasts.
Yeah.
You know, talking about him. Well, he was going on to them,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were saying, "Oh, this guy's funny." I was just like, "What the fuck? I've never heard of this man."
I think I found out about him through like the Fat Rascal special.
Yes.
Or like at least clips. No, it was clips of his crowd work.
Yeah.
And then I saw that he was on some podcasts, so then I checked out those podcasts, and I was like, "This guy's fucking awesome." And then I watched Fat Rascal, and he made some references that made me believe that, you know, we were similar in age, even though he's probably like 36.
I think that one's in front of a theater too, huh? It's not in a club.
Yeah, I think that's a theater too.
That's wild because I didn't hear about him till he's a theater act, which is like I didn't see any rise from him, but he's been around.
Yeah, and that's
in the podcast game for a long time, but just for the comedy scene itself.
Yeah, well, I think he said he started comedy in like 2010.
Because when did the guys from Tires find him? You know, like Shane Gillis and them. Because when I feel like I've heard them talk about their relationship, it's always been like they just found out about him and then he blew up.
Yeah,
you know, and they liked him.
Probably just through New York, you know, comedy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I don't know how that shit works.
Yeah, because I'm barely seeing any people come down to where we're from. Tucson.
Yeah, I mean, slowly though they're starting to.
I'm from Tucson.
Tucson,
I was talking about that with a coworker today. I was just like, they were like, yeah, there's nothing in Tucson, but I feel like you hear a lot of things in movies and shows about Tucson.
Yeah.
Where like, I was like, yeah, it's always like, my cousin comes from Tucson, Arizona, or some shit. You're like, what the fuck?
Dude, I just saw
what a weird name.
I just saw something recently.
Yeah.
It's like it's either Tucson or Scottsdale.
They're both ridiculous.
It's just like people talk about Scottsdale all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like they make a reference about it in The Office.
Yeah.
They're like someone comes back and they have a tan because they go to Jamaica with Michael, the boss. And it's like his boss.
Yeah.
And then she comes back with a tan and you know, Michael accidentally sends a picture of her like sunbathing topless to everybody. Mm-hmm. On accident, and everybody knows, and they're like, "You look tan, Jan," and she's just like, "Yeah, thank you. I visited my sister down in Scottsdale." And
so stupid.
Yeah,
why is this so funny?
Well,
does the world just laugh? Is it just the creators and the writers laughing, or is it?
I think people.
Or is there really a nuance to?
No, I think people come down and visit like Scottsdale.
Yeah.
I agree. People really do.
Yes.
And that
I agree.
That blows my mind.
Yes.
Like whenever me, Ralph, Tyler, and David went to go to the ASU football game.
Yeah.
We met like Ralph wanted to bum a light or a cigarette off of someone, and it was dudes. They were dudes from Canada on a vacation coming to Scottsdale to golf.
Yeah.
They're like, we want to come golf in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? No one wants to be in Arizona.
That's the thing where like.
People from
those
Arizona
places
want to be in
are
Arizona.
so well established.
Yeah.
As like part like in Arizona for like
golfing.
For stuff like that and events. It's just nice. You know what I mean? Like
it's probably a change of pace compared to like
it's a little bit more quiet.
Canada too.
You know, it feels a little bit more warm.
Yeah.
You know, all that shit.
They're like, yeah, we want to go to Mexico, but not go to Mexico.
Yeah.
So let's go to Arizona.
Let's go to America.
Let's go to America's Mexico.
There's Sedona.
You
Like,
could go to Sedona, get
Red
your
Rocks,
chakras aligned. Do some
Grand Canyon.
Do some butt naked yoga.
People do go through Oracle and feel differently, and then they start seeing.
You've heard Rich talk about Oracle.
Yeah.
That's
I've had that conversation with him too, and I'm just like, man, you're a Mammoth, man. I'm like, but I don't hate Mammoth because my grandma comes from Mammoth.
I actually I like Mammoth.
Yeah,
you know, it's got
my grandparents are
from
my great grandparents are buried in Mammoth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, so I mean, like,
you have a grandma that's buried in Mammoth.
And who?
You?
No. In Hayden.
Oh, in Hayden.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my nana's in Hayden, and my
I like Mammoth.
Mammoth Cemetery is nice.
It is nice. It's like on a hill and all.
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
What's crazy about Mammoth
is crazy.
is if you look at Mammoth, the views.
Yes.
You look out at the mountain, at the valley where the river is.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice as fuck.
Yeah.
If you have a nice piece of property and a nice house in Mammoth, you're actually doing pretty well.
Yes, I agree. It is a nice spot. It's just nothing's there.
But at the same time, there are also some bad parts of it. You know, there's some trailers. There's like 7 trailer parks. I thought Oracle had a lot of trailer parks. They have like 3.
There needs to become a good Oracle community of people who just really want to like revitalize the town.
Oracle's pretty decent at it. I mean, Samuel's struggling really badly right now because you've got people that are like.
I don't mean Oracle. I mean like the tri community.
Yes,
the tri community.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, there needs to be a push for more unity between the tri community, and there is when it comes to like sports.
Mm-hmm.
But like Oracle still pretty much like does its own thing.
We have to somehow get people who have money just like really support the town again, because that's why the Oak festivals aren't as good, because people used to actually put money into the town so we can have these amazing festivals. I remember how good they were as a kid.
Yeah, dude, they used to be a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Even if there was only a Ferris wheel at
some
this
of those
next
old people who were like that, very charitable. They used to go to the church and everything.
Oh yeah.
And they just passed.
Remember when
they died. That's all that happened. Like,
exactly.
But no one took their place to have that fulfillment in their lives. You know what I mean?
I actually did an interview with this lady about there was a organization called OWN, and it was it was like it was about Oracle's women's network, and it was about empowering women to through business and women in business. And basically the lady told me that they were stopping this group because there was no new youth that had any desire to be part of their organization and stuff. And you know, when no one wants to pick up the reins, you see organizations like this kind of fall off.
Yeah.
And like that's what kind of sucks about being in a small town, is that like we're definitely in this time and age where people are more kind of to themselves. They'd rather communicate through the internet versus, you know, going and having public discourse or just public gatherings.
Yes. Which we need more of.
Exactly.
We need more of that.
But even now, it's like people are so opinionated about things that, you know, one person wants one thing and another person wants this other thing, and they want everything that's being done in the name of revitalizing a community. They want it done how they want it done. Yeah. And then that drives the people that are doing stuff out of their own that are volunteering their time to do stuff. That drives them away from wanting to do that, because people are ungrateful of what's being done because it's not being done.
We have to give the people a chance, though.
Yeah, in a sense, but at the same time,
we can't just expect.
I'm more of a believer.
The folly of man.
Yeah, I'm more of a believer though in, if I was going to do anything for this town, I'm going to do it as a private organization so that public opinion doesn't fucking matter. Because, and sure, it does. Public opinion does matter, but it's not going to stop me from trying to make this place better. Because I'm not trying to make it better how you think it should be made better. Because there's people that are like, we need to stop mining. You know, there's another mine that wants to be part of this, that's trying to be part of this community. People don't want that. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you came to a mining community. and you're trying to like be anti-mine, move somewhere else, dude. Like, and what this person is doing is they're just trying to cause discourse between the community, and she's trying to find all these people that have these problems with the people that are working on, you know, making the community better. But then they're citing other towns like Superior. Superior's doing a lot of stuff to, you know, help their community. But at the same time, Superior also has like 15 nonprofits in the town specifically trying to make the town better. That's 15 different organizations that are focused on 15 different things, trying to help out the community. Salmonwell has one, and everybody complains about it.
Yeah,
make your own fucking organization. What's stopping you? What's stopping you from doing something to help the community?
I'm sorry.
No.
You know what's stopping me?
Not you.
You know, not enough speeches. I haven't heard enough.
And I'm giving one right now.
I should really get into speeches. I should be very influenced by, you know.
Honestly, you should just persuade people to do better.
Yeah.
Be a motivational speaker.
I should throw out more motivation to help out
and
community.
And then they're just like this. What are you even doing for us? I'm motivating you to help.
God damn it. See, I got to do everything myself? You know what I mean? You ever feel that way? Yes, I see. You ever feel like you want to take upon the responsibility of an actual leader and you're just like, do I got to fucking do everything myself?
I do. It's a struggle because
but not just at work, just
no, not even at work. Yes. I'm talking about like making where I live better.
I bet you because I was telling someone today, I was like we're talking about you, and like they were like, man, you would think Nathaniel would come from California with how he makes all this stuff for himself and is constantly trying to create stuff, and I was just like, yeah, like that's definitely a different person. To take that, quality is very hard to like some people, to just constantly put more out for themselves just because they feel creative,
I try.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, some people don't have that drive or ambition. Yeah. Some people just want to go home at the end of the day and relax.
So I just wish I could just be there to support, but to be the leader, I'm just like, fuck, okay.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
You have to be very okay with leading.
Yeah.
And very having like a stern stand and exactly. respect for yourself that you're just not
that you don't falter.
You don't falter.
And you don't give in to the people that are trying to tear you down.
And that's a lot of responsibility because you want people to count on you.
And it can weigh on you emotionally, mentally,
Yeah.
Because
because you have a whole plan. If you come up with something that's like you're trying to cultivate, trying to like have a very successful nonprofit.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of organization and a good plan.
No,
and
exactly.
To have people not see the vision is very hard because people do they don't want to step on it. They just want to help in their own way. And sometimes their own way could just be detrimental towards the focus.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And that's
because the focus isn't on yourself. It's for what you want out of the community. It's
for the better of others, really.
Yes.
And I kind of think that's what's going wrong right now is that people there's one organization and that organization has its own focus, but everybody wants that organization to have their best interest be the forefront of the organization. Yeah.
They need to give the kids more things, teenagers especially.
Exactly.
They need a community room for them or anything.
Yeah.
The public library is enough, or they needed a skate park.
Yeah, or exactly. They need something.
No more Oro Valley, going to Oro Valley. Just give the tri-community a skate park. You'd save kids.
Yeah,
you would save kids.
Build another fucking pool.
You know how many kids from
get a fucking YMCA out here, bro.
Dudleyville would come to skating is so good.
Yeah, well, no, and that's the thing too. Is other skaters from Tucson would be like, "Hey, there's a park out there. Let's go check it out."
But people are so into rollerblading nowadays. Scooters look cool. You see,
you do.
You know what I mean?
But, hey, if we're building a skate park, it's for skating.
Oh my god!
Hey,
dude,
there's Scooter Wednesday.
Damn.
That's fine. Scooter Wednesday's fine.
Scooter Wednesdays.
But I'm not gonna.
You're gonna make it worse.
I'm not trying.
You're gonna make it worse.
I'm not trying to.
Now the scooter kids are definitely not getting there.
They're all getting jumped.
Yeah, on fucking Scooter Wednesday.
Oh, no scooter kids. I guess the skateboarders get skate today.
Well, the real Scooter Wednesday is actually on Sunday. Because
the park's closed.
Because all the skaters
are at church.
Yeah.
There's like that. There's a movie about that. It's
with
like
their Thrasher tattoos.
There's a movie, and I think it was about I think it's called like North Hollywood.
Okay.
And it's about this kid and his group of friends who are like altar boys, but they're also like really good skaters. I fucking could not finish that movie.
My cousin, he would
Miranda Cosgrove's in it too, and I couldn't finish.
He has the Thrasher
logo
as
a tramp stamp.
And it's it's in a pentagram, and it's a Thrasher logo. And he used to say, people used to like be like, oh, that's like devil stuff. But now I'm thinking about it, it's not that hard.
No, it's not.
No. Crazier stuff,
for a pentagram to be satanic.
You're 31.
Hey, what, dude?
Your tattoo's not edgy anymore.
This other guy's got an MS-13 tattoo, bro. That's scary.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
That means something in the real life. But no, for a pentagram to be satanic, there has to be 2 circles around it. There has to be Hebrew. Certain Hebrew above it, and it has to have a goat skull.
You're an atheist,
which is the Baphomet. It has to have the Baphomet inside of it. That's a satanic pentagram. The rest of it's all Wiccan.
Dude,
I looked all this shit up because I would wear stuff like this.
You're an atheist, no. You're an atheist. I'm
not an atheist.
Yes,
I'm agnostic.
You are. No.
There's a possibility.
You're an atheist. You're a non-believer, dude. You have no belief in God.
Nah, dude. My religion.
The universe.
My religion's like Campbell's soup. Possibilities.
You don't think your mind and soul will fly into the cosmos?
No, I think if anything, I'm going into the nine stages of hell.
Yeah.
The 9 realms of hell. Round 1. Then the fucking
Hell's not real.
Call of Duty Zombies starts playing.
Hell's not real.
Yeah, it's what we're living right now.
Okay. Hell spawn zombies or zombies from the graves?
Oh, zombies from the grave. And what kind of zombies are we talking? Are we talking like, was it Dawn of the Dead, the original zombie movie? Or,
out of the grave they come.
No.
Yeah, isn't it Dawn of the Dead?
No, I feel like Dawn of the Dead was a little bit more new. Oh, Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, Night of the Living Dead.
I could fucking survive some Night of the Living Dead zombies.
Okay.
Just as long as I don't get caught up in a horde.
Not hell spawn zombies?
No, fast zombies that have the power of Satan. That's crazy.
You don't want
These guys were made in the image of not God.
Chernobyl zombies?
Like radioactive zombies?
Radioactive
That's
zombies?
terrifying.
Hell yeah.
That just means if I don't get fucking
with my blammer, blah blah blah.
If I don't turn into a zombie, I'm just gonna turn into someone with fucking cancer. With your what?
Was that racist?
With your blammer?
Yeah, my blammer. Blah, blah, blah.
What's racist about that? I just pictured you doing it with a gun.
Nice.
And if anything, I pictured you as a more stereotypical Mexican.
Oh, okay.
You're wearing fucking Dickies.
I'm all like blah, blah, blah,
and
blah.
You got a bandana, but the knot's right here.
Oh, fuck.
And maybe you're wearing a fucking hairnet.
Come on.
Maybe you're wearing a hairnet.
I would wear a hairnet, but the bandana is not like that.
And you're fucking...
Come on, man. Who didn't wear a hairnet?
Hairnet?
Yeah, hairnet. Who didn't have hairnet?
I have hairnet.
I do too.
You know who else got hairnet? Mr. TV Faller.
Oh, Mr. TV.
Mr. TV. That's what we'll call him.
We should make a song about Mr.
TV. Don't let the chip fall on you.
Well, how far can you take silliness and goofiness to work? Can you?
You should stray away. From what I've learned, you should probably pull back.
Yeah, but
and definitely know your audience.
Okay, but listen. Okay. Hear me out. Okay.
How far?
It's the last day of the month. We have our meeting.
Okay.
Everyone's there.
Yes.
I've seen you around. You see me around. Hey, maybe I made a joke. It's a good joke. We kept it to each other. But hey, we're all friendly, right?
Yes.
You know, everyone. But hey, maybe there's another person, but you're just friendly with them.
Yeah.
They never heard your jokes.
They hear you say a joke
No.
to someone else.
No.
Okay.
But hey, maybe that's happened.
Okay.
Okay, but everyone's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's nice, right? You know, we're all getting along.
Okay.
No one's said anything really offensive.
Uh-huh.
What if you wanted to like sing a song in front of all them? Hey guys, I got this new song. Can I sing it for you guys? Can you bring that up even if it is just a joke? I know what you're going to say. No. But the possibilities are endless.
I think if you commit enough to the bit, people will just think you're weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's possible, though.
Group mentality is very strange, huh?
The things you want to do to make people laugh in a whole group.
Yeah.
I try it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm in important meetings and I'm trying to make one-liners.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
yeah.
I'm looking at my worker. I'm looking at my workers like, that wasn't funny.
Yeah.
And they're just like, you're my fucking boss trying to make stupid jokes.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong against it.
If it's in good taste.
I say
I wouldn't be like, yeah, what a fucking dumb bitch, right?
I say any silly or goofy joke is on brand.
Yes, for me.
That's just me.
Yeah.
A little embarrassment that can make people cringe. I think that goes a long way
I love that.
in a fun manner,
yes.
you know?
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying. Unprofessionalism?
Yeah, like I said, what a dumb fucking bitch, right?
But okay, I'm not saying that.
No,
it's a little unprofessional just to be goofy or silly. That's what I'm saying. Like, so what's where's the line?
Where the line is about time and place.
Okay.
You can't be in the middle of like serious work,
Uh-huh.
in a we got to get shit done environment. Actually, no.
Maybe the question isn't like, okay, you know your crowd, right?
Yes.
You got your crowd. Maybe it's a max of 10 people you can make laugh.
Okay.
To have the whole team, can you make them laugh? You know what I mean? Like, if you're used to having just like these people around you to make laugh, how can you make the whole team laugh? You know what I mean? Where everyone feels the same way.
You gotta kind of just ease into the vibe, maybe,
because you're not given
either that or you have to be overpowering.
Well, you're not given 3 minutes worth of stand up time. You're given a liner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
How?
When is the best time?
Because the best time is always when everyone's there together.
Yeah.
So how can you fix in a big laugh for everyone? Someone has to fall, huh?
No,
someone has to fall and not hurt themselves.
Maybe.
Yes.
Because we have seen people fall.
It would be like,
and it was fucking hilarious, but we couldn't laugh about it in front of them.
It would have to be like you fell and then you brung someone else to fall and they started laughing and you weren't hurt.
Yeah, I think
know what I mean, like in a goofy, silly way.
I think if the person who falls laughs first,
okay, then
it's okay to laugh. What a fucking klutz I am.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there has to be probably some physical pain to get the laugh out for everyone. Except for Mr. TV, he probably wouldn't get a laugh. Maybe he would.
Why is this happening to me?
I'm just saying, man. There's a way.
Comedy at the workplace.
I
always try
make your boss laugh.
I'm trying to make everybody else laugh.
Very
very
teeter-tottering.
There are some mornings where it's like I just don't know what to say, so I just start riffing. I'm working on my improv.
I get that, dude.
And it's just like, how do I get the team motivated to do their job?
If I'm not riffing, I'm just asking personal questions.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm mostly riffing.
I'm like, what do you keep in your refrigerator?
It's like, what are your thoughts on
refrigeration?
I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah.
Are you more of a natural butter guy? Marmalade?
Yeah, do you like peaches or peaches in a can?
You more of a jelly or jam guy?
Yeah. Like grape? I don't like grape. I have then I have an opinion.
Exactly.
Know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's called that's how people become friends.
I guess.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, I
feel like it's better talk.
Yeah, it's
nice
that's literal small talk.
When's the first video game you play? Especially asking the older people. When's the first video game you played?
Oh, like when, that's why I went and hopped in.
I remember. You're like,
that's why I hopped in on the. That's why I hopped in on the conversation at the end of the day. Whenever they're like, "What's your favorite Pokemon?" They're like, "What's your favorite Pokemon?"
Yeah.
Because I was like, this sounds like the kind of discourse that I want to be part of.
It's good that they're. I kind of forget they're near my age or a little bit older.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. Maybe they don't know all the new Pokemon, because when I was like feeling like I was saying the first two, I felt really lame in front of them saying only like the first two gens.
They're all.
I was just like, these guys are probably gonna.
These guys are.
But they're like, we all like Dragonite. I'm like, okay,
it's all sick. Yeah. I'm not a fucking idiot.
I'm all like Aerodactyl.
And then I'm just like, what's your favorite? And I'm all mine are unknowns. And I feel like Justin was the only one that really laughed at that. He's all,
oh, dude, that's what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch it.
Yeah, because you're up on the ladder.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good joke.
Well, God, honestly, I really did like the unknown cards. And I thought I thought they were so fucking cool. And then the holographic Mewtwo, like the ancient Mewtwo card, that card was so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. I like that card a lot.
But
the ancient Mew, it's
too.
Fucking
yeah. Sorry, my bad. See, that's why I didn't care that much.
I didn't.
What's crazy is
I
had good Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know how to play Pokemon correctly. Didn't care that much about it after like 3rd grade, because then I started getting into Yu-Gi-Oh. And then I had a dual disc.
Pug-E-Oh. It's a bunch of different pugs on cards.
It's just got Pug with the Yu-Gi-Oh hairstyle.
Yeah.
And then his grandpa, his grandpa Pug gets sent to the fucking Shadow Realm.
Just Pug-E-Oh.
Grandpa Pug. What's his grandpa's name? Grandpa?
I think it is just Grandpa. Yugi.
Yugi's grandpa.
Yugi's grandpa Yagi. My name's Mr. Miyagi.
I was gonna say Yagi doesn't sound far off. Yugi Moto?
No, it would be Moto. He probably was Grandpa Moto.
Yeah. That's it.
He's like Mr. Moto.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. He has a real name, but we're not going to deep dive this episode into Yu-Gi-Oh lore.
Come on, man.
But we're going to definitely side glances Ralph's stream while he plays Overwatch.
I have been just.
I know you're just.
I've been zoned in. I know that's why you turned off the fucking skate video, because I just kept staring at the skate video.
Yeah, I saw that.
I know, and now
I paid attention. You're very.
I've been zoned out today.
Is it that? Can you pay attention while something else goes on?
I want to focus on that too.
Well, I'm an overstimulated type of person. Like I'll have both these things on and still put on music on my fucking.
I'll do it when I'm alone, but whenever
you know
like, I mean? So I was
Especially
watching. I was trying to watch Daredevil last night, and Mara was watching TikToks on her phone just a little too loud, to where I was like catching, like my attention was shifting, and it was frustrating me because I wanted to watch Daredevil and I wanted to focus on it. And I was like, man, I feel so fucking overstimulated right now. Like, I just wanted to, like, kind of turn everything off and just go and be alone. It's like, fuck. Just need to not do anything.
Just drinking a Shasta by yourself.
I just need to step out of my body and I start astral planing. That's, how do you relieve stress and anxiety? I astral plane.
Imagine if you
astral project.
You astral project and you're at work. You're just like,
I'm doing work.
You're like, I'm having
an anxiety attack at work, so I'm sitting at my desk, but then I astral project and I still get my work done. They're like, we're watching the cameras and these plants are getting topped. What the fuck's going on there? Oh, you didn't know? I can astral project and do my job at the same time. It's like, yeah, we watched.
It's like, why are you wasting your time astral projecting?
Why don't you? We're not paying you to astral project.
Yeah.
He's like, I know. Why not? During this whole meeting, I've been astral projecting. It's still working.
It's
like you're talking to me though.
They just hear you in their head.
Are you Inception? Are you? And then I'm just like, you bet you didn't know.
Dude,
and I'm just like, we call it shining.
Yeah, if you're astral projecting so strong, you're basically just force projecting.
I'm Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, you're literally Luke Skywalker in the workplace.
You see me collapse. You just see me standing like it's showing a fucking security camera in fast forward for like 6. Like people are moving around me all quick, and I'm just standing there. But like you see I'm doing work in other areas, and then after the task gets complete, you just see me collapse. He was hard at work. How did this transplant get done?
He did it all.
And why is he wearing a robe?
Yeah, like, and then you just die, and you become.
And my clothes just fall onto the ground.
Oh, he became one with the force now. He's still doing work.
It's like he's still here growing these plants.
But you're still like at home.
Oh, dude, I made a joke today about I was just like, you know what really helped us still.
Who was the group?
It was Ralph. It was me and Ralph.
Okay.
I was like, you know what really helped these plants? Fenton Finder. It was like, we don't got spider mites. We've got ghosts.
Finder.
You need the Fenton Finder, bro.
Dude, okay. As soon as you said, like, finding fucking
it's not spider mites, these are ghosts.
Yeah. Fucking the thing.
These plants are haunted.
So fucking stupid, dude. These plants are. Imagine if the plants are doing so bad, we just thought we were cursed. It's like, who put a hex on this place?
No, the only way I would really believe that is if our building caught on fire.
Oh, dude, that would be a pretty good fucking movie about
haunted cannabis.
About a grow haunted cannabis, and it's about breaking a curse to a cannabis place that's like haunted and stuff.
So is it like a World Series type thing, like we're the Cubs and we're trying to break the curse and grow like, that tests more than 20%?
It's like Ernest's Halloween.
Never watched it.
Oh, he's trying to break the curse of the trolls that are trying to
were you a big
destroy Halloween.
Ernest fan?
That's the only one we watched as a kid.
Mm.
Yeah. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good Halloween film.
You know,
for kids.
You hear a lot
sucks
about the guy who actually was the character of Ernest.
Yeah.
I think his name was John Verne.
Yeah. He just did
dude, it was all for a commercial. Yeah. And then that commercial was so popular.
Yeah, they made a bunch
they made movies out of it.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
And only some of them took off.
Yeah, like Ernest didn't know that. Well, you're right.
I always bring up this movie, and still everyone mentions Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's their favorite.
That's
Tim
a Christmas movie.
That's their favorite Tim Burton movie. That's their favorite Christmas movie?
Is it more Christmas or is it more Halloween for you?
It's literally both.
It's literally both. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm very agnostic in this view. I'm not.
It could be either.
Jack Skellington or who's a good creepy
mascot?
Yeah, mascot. Jack Skellington
or Invader Zim.
Invader Zim.
Yeah, those are like two hot topic girl type characters.
Well, not Gurr.
Yeah, dude.
Gurr in puppy form, not even Gurr the robot.
I liked Gurr as a robot.
I love Gurr as a robot. The puppy is just funny. I don't see it as cute. I see it as fucking hilarious because it's a robot in a dog costume.
Of course, we didn't see it as cute. We're guys.
Oh, that's true.
We were like, no, it's not cute. It's cool.
Are you sure we're not Japanese girls?
Pretty sure. I wasn't.
I'm gonna come out as a Japanese girl one day.
What is that?
I don't know.
And everybody's like, well, that would explain his affinity for anime. Of course.
Yeah, I'm a Japanese woman today.
No wonder why he dressed like Sailor Moon.
But I'm like a what kind of Japanese? I'm like a gambling, cigarette smoking Japanese woman.
You're like a Japanese woman that was raised by degenerate men?
Yeah.
Why not just be a Japanese man?
Why not just be like a Japanese fucking...
Why not just be a geisha?
A geisha? I don't want to be a whore.
Excuse me.
Beautiful name for a whore, by the way.
Whore with class.
Yeah, beautiful name for a whore.
Exactly.
Escort has nothing on geisha.
Geisha, exactly, dude.
Geisha or is it geisha?
It's I don't know. I'm not Japanese. And I like
geisha.
Whenever I think of it, I think of that movie, Memoirs of a Geisha. Remember when that came out when we were young? Yeah. I always thought it was just about a Japanese woman. Apparently, it was about a Japanese woman who was sold into sex work.
A lot of them were. The girls just don't want to be forced. into doing things. Just kidding.
Yeah, unless this isn't 1,000 Ways to Die in the West.
Yeah.
Fucking Sarah Silverman's character.
Yeah. She's just a whore.
Yeah. Have you not? You've seen that?
I haven't. No.
It's
Actually, that's the only. I think about that. I'm like, I've seen Ted 1 and 2, but I've never seen fucking A Million Ways to Die.
That's fucking so good.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's silly.
I've never seen She's Out of Your League either. Are you gonna rip me for that?
No, I don't think you would care much. That one's.
I heard that one's good. Though.
It's good, but it's more romance than comedy.
The Comebacks.
You like The Comebacks?
That's a good parody film.
Oh, The Comebacks. I thought you were talking about the Keanu Reeves movie.
Oh. No, that's The Replacements.
Fuck, I always get those mixed up. I'm pretty sure that's the joke why they're called The Comebacks. Is because it's making fun of... Fuck you. Come on, Ralph. You better win this one. God damn it. Trying to support your friends.
Dude, you don't even...
I don't
Gift.
hop.
Gift.
You
got the mortgage for it.
Actually, you know what's crazy?
You got the mortgage for it.
Last time I was here, I was trying to get onto his stream, and I started typing on my phone Mixer.
Well, you go 1,000,000 miles per hour every day. Can't slow down.
My molecules got all rearranged.
Molecules got rearranged. I am a fan of Butch Hartman on his Instagram, and he does drawings of his character style with different...
Yeah. Oh, different character, like from different
like,
shows.
This is so fucking fun.
Right?
I'm like, this is how I want to see my fucking...
This is what I want to see. Exactly.
Shit, you know,
animating,
drawing their fucking shitty style with other characters.
Exactly.
Oddly satisfying for someone as autistic as me. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude. So let me.
Not autistic enough to.
So like whenever you see those videos and it's just like
to not what.
It's like Rick and Morty characters in different animation styles, and it's like Rick and Morty Simpson style, Rick and Morty, South Park style.
Yeah,
you're like, fuck yeah, these are fucking awesome.
I'm not like I've been waiting for this.
But seeing an actual animator from one of our favorite childhood animators, seeing them do that, is fucking cool.
Always like a character in human form.
Oh, like
when they finally show him in like a human.
Yeah, and like realistic imaging, like computer imaging. Yeah, that's
funny as hell.
There's some that are weird.
Or a detailed face of him.
Yeah, like 3D.
Yeah.
And man, remember seeing Timmy Turner in Jimmy Timmy Power Hour? Remember how cool Jimmy Neutron looked?
Yeah.
In the fucking Fairly Odd Parents?
Yeah.
Compared to how weird.
Yeah, Timmy looked fucking crazy weird. But I think that was the joke.
No, that was the joke. Is that
Timmy would look.
He has no shoes.
Yeah,
his feet are just like one color. His pants and his feet all are one thing. That's pretty crazy. Is like
I think his like hat, his like little bead is still floating too.
Yeah. That's so fucking funny. And then you could just see how detailed Jimmy Neutron is. His pants are cuffed at the bottom. He's wearing his fucking different shoes and stuff.
God, what a great
crossover
3D animation show Jimmy Neutron.
Neutron, so fucking good.
So good.
Dude, remember the movie?
The movie was amazing.
The movie was so good. But remember how good it got after the movie?
Yeah. These episodes are all good.
Dude, remember the episode they went to Egypt?
I like the episode when they go inside the video game.
Which one?
That's when they go into the Overlord game.
Overlord.
Yeah. Dude, when fucking...
Which one is that one?
When fucking... when she's fucking Overlords would do a girl voice, dude, that shit would be making us laugh so hard as a kid.
Dude, what's crazy is my dad liked watching Adventures of Jimmy Neutron because of Sheen.
Really?
Yeah.
He was Mexican.
Yeah. And he would say silly shit.
Yeah.
And my dad loved that.
Yeah, he would say like nonsense in Spanish.
But then remember whenever you'd see like Sheen's dad?
Yeah.
He's just a big Mexican guy with a mustache. Maybe that's why my dad liked it. My dad saw himself in that character.
El Tigre, bro.
Dude, El Tigre was dope as fuck too.
El Tigre was amazing.
That's representation right there. Mucho Lucho.
When it comes to like
being Mexican.
When I think about like, man, superhero cartoons, for some reason El Tigre comes to my mind.
Yeah, because it's original. You know, it's
because he's like trying to be bad and good, but
no, because his dad's good, but his grandpa's evil.
Yeah, yeah, and he's always in conflict with one another.
Yeah, like he's always doing stuff with his grandpa.
But I liked his powers because he'd have the powers of a tiger, but then he would do the chain stuff and like he was just so cool. You know,
that was
I mean?
a really good show.
It was so, and then like when they finally show him as like an older version, he's like even cooler.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Man, once you peak, man.
Remember the Channel
down
Chasers
here.
episode of Fairly Odd Parents? The Channel Chasers one, where like
The movie?
where
Yeah.
older Timmy is,
Yeah.
you know, looks like fucking Snake Eyes / Deadpool.
I just still buck teeth.
Yeah,
So funny.
that's one thing
They made a fun of either was it Johnny Quest or Scooby Doo?
They made fun of Johnny Quest.
It was Johnny Quest.
They made fun of a lot of good shows.
yeah.
They made fun of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, they made fun of Dragon Ball.
Dude, that
Z.
was such a good episode.
They made fun of The Simpsons in that episode too.
That episode actually really like made me feel as a little kid.
Damn, no wonder why he does the drawings now that I think about it.
Like that
Flashback.
that shit like really like impacted me as a kid
Yeah.
because it made me wonder about how I'm gonna feel as an adult looking.
You're
back
like,
at
I'm gonna find the muffin.
looking back at my
Make some wishes.
looking back at like old photos of me as an adult,
Mm.
and then like seeing my goldfish and maybe they were magic.
You're stupid, dude.
No, my life was
Seeing my goldfish.
my life was too good.
Yeah.
No, you would have had Fairly Odd Parents.
But Timmy had
Who do you
Fairly
like-
Odd Parents because his parents ignored him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who do you think, if any of you or your siblings were to get for you, it would be you.
No.
Yeah, I think it would be you.
It would be me?
Yeah.
Damn.
You're the most, like,
It's a middle child.
you know, that, and you've got, like, you've got the most pure heart, I think.
No.
Yeah.
Well, who?
Yes.
Well, who?
It would be
this
either
is
be
the thing.
you or Jenny.
No, this
And
is the
it'd
thing.
probably be you.
This is the thing.
Because you're sad.
This is the thing. Do kids even, with brothers and sisters, even get Fairly Odd Parents? Because
We'd have to pull up the rules.
the rules. I don't think so, dude. I don't think. The hierarchy would be too crazy. He'd be having the best life if you have Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, but don't you think you know what? You're right. I think he has to be an only child.
Yeah, I think it has to be
Damn.
on the child. Fuck. So if I kill them,
Well, I'm trying to remember if there's any cases of.
no.
You know, now that I think about it, I think only one character in that show had a sibling.
No.
Vicky.
Oh yeah, Tootie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only sibling. Everybody else is like an only child. I mean, sure, they probably don't touch on it.
She's
but
like Timmy. I fucking love her.
he ends up marrying her, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's all like, what? He's so funny.
Dude, the concept
Vicky
of some-
Valancourt.
the concept is. Did you see the teaser trailer for Happy Gilmore 2? Looks all right.
Oh, is that her name? In Happy
No,
Gilmore too?
Vicky Valancourt's from.
Timmy Turner, right?
No, Vicky
Okay.
Vicky Valancourt is from Waterboy.
Oh, what's holy
Vicky
shit?
Valancourt.
Oh, shit. I'm talking about Timmy. What's the
It's just Vicky.
Tristy.
It's Trixie
Trixie.
Tang.
Trixie.
That's
Tang.
the girl that he's in love with.
Fuck. Vicky Valancourt.
Valancourt. That's Waterboy, bro.
Holy shit.
Vicky Valancourt.
Baddie.
Vicky Valancourt.
Vicky Valancourt. I like her.
Mama said that's
When I think of white trash ladies, I think of
Vicky
her
Valancourt.
and Brittany Murphy from 8 Mile.
oh, Brittany Murphy was beautiful.
She's the right amount of white trash that I need in my life.
You think of her in Black Snake Moan?
No, that's Christina Ricci.
I thought she was also in Black Snake Moan.
Is she? They both are?
I think so.
Oh, damn. Christina Ricci, man.
Christina Ricci's very pretty.
Baddie. On a scale of 1 to
Total
baddie.
baddie.
Total white girl baddie.
Christina Ricci. I never watched.
Christina Ricci. Okay.
I never really watched Christina Ricci.
Yeah. I've been I got them on that sleepwalk vibe.
Oh yeah.
That was my recommendation.
Oh, I know. Once I heard it, what's crazy is I heard that song before I met you, and now every time I hear it, I think about you and Ralph.
Did you listen to it? There's some songs I feel like you guys haven't heard in that. But they recently brought back music. It's not that old to bring back music.
Yeah, I mean,
To hit all the songs.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
But like at the same time, I don't think about that song as often as you probably do.
Really?
Like that's probably one of your go-tos. But I really do
It's nice.
like that song a lot.
It's a nice song to listen
It
to.
is.
I think it's good right amount of happy, tired, sad,
Nostalgic.
everything nostalgic.
It's a good instrumental.
Because that song makes me feel like walking in a sunny day. You know what I mean? Like, it makes me feel like I'm walking.
Yeah, I have songs like that. You know, like my life,
Yeah.
in the sunshine.
Some songs just sound really good in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they just seem to like almost echo or something.
They
surround
the acoustic of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My life.
I like coming in early in the morning and blasting my music.
More Delphonics.
Ooh, we should put more Delphonics.
So some of yours consists of right now 80s and
that's
fucking I don't even know what that electronic music is. I can't even put it.
We've just been going on YouTube and then like putting on lists that's like
random
driving through Miami, Florida in 1964.
Yeah.
Or well, lately it's been like I put on one. It was like best of the 90s, and it would start playing songs, and I was like, what is this, like 1990?
You know that
this
joke
sounds very 80s.
You know that joke in Rick and Morty about like human music? It's like this is human music. It's like beep, beep. When I think of human music, I don't think of like electronic music and stuff. I think of like musical sounding songs.
Like what? Like ABBA? This morning when we were listening to Dancing Queen?
Yeah, like shit like that. I'm like, that's human music.
Yeah, human music is the music that touches your soul.
You think that song touches souls?
Dancing Queen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes people feel young. You got to think about it. Dude, whenever Rich heard it, he was just like, "Oh shit." And I was like, I fucking love ABBA, dude. It reminds me of my mom. That's why I like it.
I've heard them. There's certain songs have come on, and I can hear the old guys talking about they're like nothing but bell bottom jeans and fucking talking about going to dances, listening to that song.
The other day, what song was playing? And then I asked someone, and he's just like, "Oh, we were talking about Saturday Night Fever." Mm-hmm. And then he's just like, "Yeah, me and my uncle got kind of hooked on disco." Because I asked him, I was like, "What was disco like?" And then he's just like, "Yeah." He's like, "I remember seeing Saturday Night Fever in the theaters." And then he's like, and me and my uncle kind of based. He's like, we got like really into disco for a while,
crazy.
Like bell bottoms, going to dances and stuff like that. And I was just
crazy.
Yeah, that was a
little chest hair showing.
I mean, you got to think about it though. Like we did that in a sense, and I'm seeing videos now, which is I'm like,
why do you think I posted that picture?
Yeah, but I'm glad that I know you've seen those videos, and it was just like me and the squad walking into the mall in like 2010, and they're all like,
yeah.
I'm so glad we were never like part of that generation. Like we were in that generation, but that was not us.
The only thing I wish is that I was a mall rat.
We didn't have gas money, or a vehicle to be mall rats.
I know exactly.
We had to be
street kids.
No, we had to be we had to be gas station kids.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh, you got to check out the movie Suburbia, 1996. Suburbia, Giovanni Ribisi. I think you'll like it.
We were the last of the 90s and the 2000s.
Yeah, and I think that small town kind of nurtured that a little bit longer into like the 2010s.
Definitely. Fucking that town died in the 90s. Started.
Yeah, it died in the 2000s actually.
Yeah.
That's when the mine closed, and then that's when everything slowly started deteriorating. Like it held on for as long as it could until like 2005. Mm-hmm. And then once those smokestacks fell, everybody was like, "Why am I even living here?"
It's just like,
and it's like, yeah, why are you living here? Everybody's driving to Tucson.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it on the way home. You see the lines of vehicles coming back into San Manuel.
They're just like, fuck, the strike at Asarco's really doing me in.
God, I just wish the union busters would come. No, I don't think I've never been part of a union, so I don't know if union busters are good. Actually, I think they're bad.
Let's not talk about the union.
Yeah. Unless we're talking about the union documentary about cannabis.
And
that's a documentary I watched.
That's a good episode.
That's a good end right there.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a pitch.
That's a pitch.
Yeah.
Pitch is a swing and a miss. Strike one.
Strike.
All right.
You sign off, man. I'm always signing.
I know. It's just
Don't forget to like and subscribe this podcast and leave a comment on all platforms. Remember, We want to hear your feedback and hear whatever you would like to see from the podcast.
Exactly. And if that means more feet shots of us like wiggling our toes and like
I can spread them pretty far.
Like wiggling our toes in a bowl of pudding, Jello.
Oh, together?
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe that's a Patreon exclusive.
Pay enough. Cement our feet.
Submit our feet.
And then be like, this was a bad idea.
We do a full episode where we dress our feet to look like us. And then we're just acting like we're basically doing puppets, but with our feet.
Yeah. Dan Snyder will
dude.
direct it.
You think we could do a whole episode as puppets? Just behind the couch of those like sock puppets?
Oh, sock puppet episode? We probably could.
That'd be pretty crazy.
Have to be good 15, 20.
Yeah, it'd be like a short bit.
We'd have to like get arm placement so we can.
Do you think you could get into puppeteering? I think that could take our comedy to the next level.
I do like those like rug looking puppets, you know, like very cartoony stuff.
Yeah.
Like what Kermit's made out of.
Jim Henson.
Yeah.
Jim Henson's just pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Got some original looking puppets there, man.
Anyway, this has been Let the Freaks Speak, taking the counterculture new lows, winging it harder than ever. Morons of absurdity, masters of obscurity. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time. Have a good one. Peace. Let the freaks speak!